Here's the full story of Control, explained fast. Sort of. Jesse Faden enters the Federal Bureau of Control, a secret agency that contains paranatural objects, looking for her long-lost brother, Dylan. However, at the same time, the building is under siege by a psychic force called the Hiss. Shortly after entering, Jesse finds the service weapon and binds herself to it, becoming the new director. It's discovered that the Hiss spreads through sound, possessing Bureau agents and suspending them in the air. The oldest house, the Bureau's sentient, shape-shifting headquarters, warps as the Hiss tears through it. Jesse is guided by an internal resonance she calls Polaris and begins cleansing control points to stabilize the building. Jesse meets survivors like Emily Poe who help her understand her new reality and responsibilities. Additionally, Jesse interfaces with the Board, an extra-dimensional authority speaking from the Astral Plane. The Board guides her towards objects of power, and by binding these items to her will, Jesse unlocks various abilities like telekinesis, levitation, and shields. Eventually, Jesse learns the truth about her past. As children in the town of Ordinary, she and Dylan discovered a Slide Projector that opened portals to other dimensions. The Bureau intervened, taking Dylan for experimentation while Jesse manages to escape. Jesse pushes deeper through the oldest house and she uncovers that her predecessor, Director Trench, had been slowly corrupted by the Hiss years earlier. Under its influence, Director Trench removed the Slide Projector from containment, brought it to the Nostalgia Department and turned it back on, opening the door that let the Hiss invade the oldest house. Inside the Panopticon, Jesse locates Dylan, whom the Bureau designated Prime Candidate 6, a child subject raised to eventually replace the Director. However, Dylan has violently rejected this label. Powerful and unstable and embracing the Hiss, he manipulates Jesse by urging her to shut down the Slide Projector, the source of the invasion. Chasing this lead, Jesse's search led her to Hedron, a massive extra-dimensional entity that amplifies the Polaris resonance. Jesse lowers the shields protecting Hedron, the one entity the Hiss cannot defeat on their own, resulting in the Hiss breaching Hedron's chamber and destroying its physical form. Believing her internal protection is gone, Jesse is overwhelmed by the Hiss. The Hiss then traps Jesse in a looping nightmare, a surreal office existence meant to erase her identity. However, Jesse realizes Polaris was never just Hedron. The resonance lives within her. It hasn't been destroyed. She breaks the illusion and reawakens, stronger and fully resisting the Hiss. Jesse then tracks the Slide Projector to the Nostalgia Department in the Executive Sector, where Dylan and the Hiss are using it to open a portal into the Astral Plane and seize the Board. Jesse fights through the Astral Onslaught, shuts down the Slide Projector and cleanses Dylan of the Hiss. The portal closes and Dylan survives, but he falls into a coma. In the end, the Hiss isn't destroyed, but it is contained. The oldest house is still dangerous, still infested, and still locked down. Jesse accepts her role as director, knowing her real work starts now, leading the Bureau, cleaning up the mess Trench left behind, and finding a way to keep the Hiss out for good. And that's the entire story of Control, explained fast. Sort of.